Apple iPods. You've got good ripoffs. See, this is a ripoff of the 3rd Gen Nano, basically. It's the MP3 player I made a video about, and I've had this one since I was a little kid. I used it as my MP3 player. Look, 69 gigabytes, half fun. It's only sort of kind of good because this rubber, it gets destroyed. It's good in comparison to this, which is an iPod Nano 6th generation ripoff, and I bought this thinking to make a video about it, comparing it to an iPod Nano 6th generation, because I was supposed to receive one of those in an eBay lot, but instead I was sent the wrong iPods and made a video about that instead, and this is an iPod Nano 7th generation. Fun fact, I own every single iPod Nano except the one that this is a ripoff of, and all those were sent in that wrong lot video. Anyway, not the point, but that's the backstory of this particular device. Oh, look. That right there, you look familiar? It's for some reason on this fake 6th generation Nano, they put basically the exact same thing that's a 7th gen Nano, because that's too slim to be an iPod Touch, okay? Now, obviously it isn't, because this is not a genuine Apple product. Wait, really? Yeah, or you could call it an iPod Shuffle with a touchscreen, but really it's a 6th gen Nano. See, because this thing has the clip, and so does the iPod Shuffle have the clip. Oh yeah, this isn't an iPod Shuffle either. It's a literal knockoff of an iPod Shuffle, and I hollowed it out because its battery was expanded and it didn't work, and I kept it as a funny prop. Speaking of fake Apple devices, this is a fake Apple iPod. It says Apple iPod, and it's fake, and I bring this thing into this. I mention that because this is a knockoff Apple product, but it is not a literal fake Apple product. So it's got all the copy-paste features of every MP3 player. Boring features except for the clip and the more on the other side, apparently. One of the big features is the 1.8-inch color touchscreen display. Well, because everything with a screen you can touch has a color screen. Oh yeah, this one doesn't, but you need a stylus to use it. And speaking of a stylus, I have no idea why, but there's a stylus included. But I guess they threw every feature they could think of into this 4 gigabyte MP3 Plus video player. This thing can apparently play videos. We will see at how many frames per second. I'm betting it's no more than 1. So guys, guess what? This thing has more features than this. These things can't play video. So hey, this thing wins. There's just so much on this box, and all told, this really isn't that terribly designed of a box. And I just noticed that I think there's 2 spaces in between that instead of 1. It does say there's a feature you can download free music. You get 20 songs from eMusic, whatever the heck that is. It probably doesn't even exist anymore. I just noticed this. There's a QR code. Scan with your smartphone, it says. That matters because they expect you to have a smartphone and also buy this piece of garbage. If you have a smartphone with a touchscreen with all of these features except not terrible, then why on earth would you use one of these? I thought that MP3 players were supposed to be the terrible thing people had before phones, unless you have an iPod, because iPods are still cool. I'm just baffled. I mean, this thing says iTunes is a registered trademark of Apple Incorporated. Basically, since they made a fake iPod, they have to say iTunes has nothing to do with this. Wait, I thought that I was buying a new product. That looks like scratches on the iPod. This thing is sealed. Both of these are unbroken. It has not been opened before, as far as I can tell. Why is it scratched? It says copyright 2004 to 2011, so I can assume this is from 2011. Do you know which iPhone came out in 2011? It's complaining because it's dead. This, the iPhone 4S. This was a product the year I think this thing was made, okay? It says 2011. I really don't know. This is just a pile of garbage. Now, the argument, the parent is supposed to have the nice smartphone, and you're supposed to get the kid this piece of crap and scan this with your smartphone. The question is, do you really love your kid if you buy them this? Just get them one of these, okay? I understand these were expensive back then and not just $5 on eBay, because that's what I paid for this one. Actually, $250. I paid $250 for this because I got 2 of them for $5. Enough talk, friends. Let's unbox this garbage. That's right, I bought garbage on purpose, but isn't that what eBay is for? No, I swear I'm gonna have to level this table. This thing always rolls. Stop that. You're interrupting my moment. Yeah, there's no way this box has ever been opened before, because this box would be destroyed if so. Oh, the plastic thing came off. Interesting, that glue sucked. The camera can't focus through this thing. Okay, camera. Oh my gosh, why is it stuck? Plastic is like wrapped around the... Oh, that's weird. See this? It's secured through this flap. No wonder it was so hard. Okay, and then it just pulls out. Not bad. I'll give it that. That's neat. The whole thing pulls out. A sort of halfway well-designed box, except for you left an extra space in there, bud. Okay, 20 free songs. I don't scare. Stop! If you experience any issues with your media player, do not return to the retailer. It's always a red flag when the company includes, hey, if this thing doesn't work, don't return it. I thought that was folded over for a second. I was going to be like, oh, there's no way this thing wasn't used. But that's designed like that. That bothers me, man. I get a coupon. That coupon code probably still doesn't work. But here you go, internet. Okay, enough of this instruction stuff. Let's get to the product. We've got the headphones. These things feel empty. That's a shame. We got our guitar pick lanyard thing that no one would ever use. Ow, that hurts. This thing doesn't actually break easily. I was going to say this probably snaps like nothing, but all I'm doing is just digging into my fingers. Ow! Another mini USB cable. Goody, goody, goody. And now the product. And now, I've got to see if this thing weighs nothing. Lifting it up. Oh, it's actually heavy. It actually feels like there's stuff in here. This thing might actually be as terrible as I've been making fun of it for. This clip feels nice. If this thing is supposed to be new, you see that silver part? It looks like there's a scratch there in the paint or something, a dent. And then here we have the same thing. Poor quality control indeed. But at least by the weight. This thing isn't going to be another one of those hollow MP3 player situations, because that's what happened the last time I unboxed an MP3 player. It's going to peel on the screen protector. Bezels. You remember those? Plastic screen, metal frame, nice off-center mini USB there. Look at that gap. Let's see if this thing powers on. Oh, that snapped. That was satisfying. That actually feels kind of nice. We got kind of random terribleness from this product. Some of it's like really bad, some of it's just kind of bad. So, the screen protector stuck to me, and it works instantly. You know, you can protect the screen of this iPod mini until I need it next time. This is the thing I have now. Oh my god. You know how I said it wasn't a real knockoff? You know, because Apple iPod and, oh, what's that? An Apple 30-pin cable. Is that the iPod UI I smell? It looks the exact same. Oh, it's screen turned off. Hey, buddy, trying to do a video here. I don't have the on switch turned on. Then why did it turn on? That's my question. I turned it on. It's still not doing anything. Is this thing not just providing power anymore? Did it give up? Oh, it gave up. But why would it stop charging the battery? Because this thing is fine. This is not a piece of crap. This is a good battery. This is the one that's the crap one. See, it's on, play button, blah, 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 blah. Wait, don't know what I did. Even though the charging UI was knockoff Apple, this definitely is not. Not really. 7th gen is basically the same as the 6th gen, except, you see, the 6th gen only had this much screen. You see, that's the amount of screen that was on the 6th gen. Okay, can I swipe? You know, this is a touchscreen. Oh my god. I didn't slow that down, okay? Dude, we need to time that. Oops, I accidentally hit this button. That button is fine, okay? Apparently the up and down volume buttons... Hey, I'm talking here. Did it just decide to commit not living anymore? Maybe this battery just doesn't agree with this. Maybe that's what it is, because this battery is good. This thing just isn't playing nice with it. Take your wall power, you stupid. Where were we? The volume up and down button don't change the volume. At least not in this menu. They navigate between the options, because apparently this company forgot they were making a device with a touch screen. For some reason, earlier the volume up down buttons were switching the screen back and forth, but now they're just navigating between the things. I thought I swiped before and it took 5 billion frames. Do I have to tap this button? Hey, what's wrong with this thing? Oh, there it goes. There's our 10-second animation. Also, by the way, this is supposed to be a touchscreen. You see, these are apps. Watch. See, I'm actually touching the screen.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Okay, this support number doesn't exist, as I suspected, but I'm having problems with my device. Yeah, just not helpful, is it? Our touchscreen device is supposed to have a touchscreen. That is an issue. Wait. Now it's restarting. Hey, oh, also, wasn't there supposed to be a stylus? Where's the stylus? I was promised a stylus. I don't think I got one, because, oh no. The guitar pick thing is a stylus. I love how I'm spinning the whole... there it goes. Dude, you know how I was having trouble accessing anything with a touchscreen? I'll use their stylus settings. It has a touchscreen, it has a stylus, and if I use the stylus to, you know... This thing is so inconsistent. I was just making a joke about how bad it is because it didn't... And then it... Okay. Hello? Isn't this button supposed to take you... Okay, kind of, and then I didn't pressing the back button. See, I can be really precise with this stylus, okay? So the thing is, it's not my fat finger the problem. I'm using the included tool to touch the touchscreen. And, you know, I consider myself somewhat of a person that knows how to use a touchscreen, you know, because all you have to do is touch. And it works. And this iPod is older than this device is, and oh, when you look at that, it's still as good as it was when it was new, and that means it's not terrible, even by today's standards, at what it was good at the time. You know, iPod stuff like music and videos, and this thing is supposed to do that, and it doesn't do it very well, but... Okay, now it did it. The buttons, I don't care what the buttons do, okay? If they work to navigate the UI, fine. Good for you, device. But if I was an individual buying this at the time, in 2011, and that's a selling point of this device, and if you bought it because it has a touchscreen, you don't want to use the buttons to navigate the menu, because if you could do that, then you could just buy a piece of crap like this, and then use the buttons to navigate the menu. It's also not about how hard you press, because I vary how hard I press... Oh, wait. If I press hard enough that it feels like I'm going to push a hole in the screen, you see how there's like a shiny spot every time I press? Then the touchscreen works. Okay, that's not touching, that's pressing. This is not a touch screen. That's not what this thing... Oh, this is Sharpie's being... Because that's not what this thing does. It's a press screen. You press on the screen and then it does touch screen stuff. Does that mean if I hold it down really hard and then do the gesture? Or does this thing not even have that gesture? I figured it out now. Let's go to the music. Please wait. Not instant. Lights are on, but no... You press. You press. There it goes. Did they actually include real music on this? I have to see. All that pressing put a white dot in the screen permanently. And the only way to get this thing to work is by pressing the screen really hard. Their included music sounds like terrible royalty-free music. And if you're wondering, yeah, the headphones, they're as terrible as you would expect. At the very least, though, I can make noodles out of them. It's enough to share with your friends. You even have any if you have owned a device like this. Oh, yeah, it unplugs. Wait, hey, that's pretty nice. It doesn't die instantly. I'm genuinely surprised by that. Hey, I'm trying to press this button. Oh, yeah, there you go. I don't even have to test its video feature to know it's going to be terrible. Is it the same UI as the, thing's going to die? I have to plug it in if I'm going to try anything on it. How to load music on the Trio. Hey, buddy, I was reading here how to load music on the Trio. This is a video app. And you know how in the video app, you want videos? Wait, it's playing it. Oh my, this is a how-to video on how to use your device. This is precious. And you know, they're not moving around the camera too much because they wouldn't want to, in their how-to video, show you just how terrible the frame rate is. Because I can tell by the, like, 3 inches that they pan the camera like that it's terrible. And they're moving the camera so slow to disguise how bad the frame rates are. Oh, look at that. Isn't that Windows Vista? Yeah. Since it can play video, I suppose I'd better put a video on it. Hey. Off. Back. How do I go back? How do I go back? I'm pressing everything. Back, 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 back. Sound like a chicken here. See this? This is the off button. Do you see this? This is the on. The on switch. It's a switch, actually, not a button. You turn it on and off, and it doesn't. And then you unplug it. Because the battery is actually not completely fried, it doesn't turn off. So, yes, you don't play an image. Okay, anyway, that's been this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, watching me. This isn't a member video, but speaking of member videos, I do a member video every single week. You know, I'd cut to my phone camera, but I stopped recording with it when I tried to call their support number. Props to extra effort. Look, it's my cat. Yeah, subscribe to my channel. And this week, the members get an extra video as they do every single week. This week, since this is the last video of 2023, I'm going to just go over my goals for 2024 and basically get it out there. See you guys next year for another video.